Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ample here in the bottom left, going against Bisu in the top right. Should be an excellent game. Bisu in great shape lately, have been really truly enjoying watching his play. And Ample has improved himself like 10x from old Ample. His macro play looks really good now. He's always been one of our best super aggressive Terran players at the pro level. And that makes him a pleasure. He's very hard to predict right now, I think, because of that. He's very good in both ways. We're on Knockout, and it's cross spawn, which is interesting as well, because I feel like every Knockout game we cast is a horizontal spawn, which makes the same type of push and counterplay very normal. It almost is like litmus in that regard, where you're like, oh, I already know how this game's going to look. But cross spawn or vertical spawn on Knockout, I feel like I just haven't seen or even played as much. I feel like every time I play the map, it's horizontal spawn even. Isn't that weird? But yeah, excited to see how this game will end up playing out. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to ArtosisCasts. Your love of the game and watching, and some of you even, I've been hearing occasionally, people who have started to play some as well. And welcome back. I know the game is tough, but I think it's worthwhile. Sometimes people ask, is it too late to start playing StarCraft 1 or start playing StarCraft 1 again? Like, is it a fool's errand? And I would say no, like, honestly, and I'm not just saying that. And the thing is, most people are just going to watch, but this game is not going away. Like, there's, like, just some rumbling hype underneath it. Like, it's doing so well in Korea. It's doing really well in China. The viewership in the English language is really doing well. In Latin America, it's really doing well. Like, people just like Brood War. People are figuring out, they're like, no, this is the RTS. This is the best one. This is just so god tier. So yeah, I think it's definitely worthwhile to play. And I mean, if you get good at Brood War, you can get good at anything. So, welcome to those of you who have started to play more recently. And, ooh, very fast command center, but the probe finds them very quickly. This is actually going to turn really interesting. One other thing, the Coach Pupil League Discord, I would suggest anyone who does want to play, go there instead of the ladder. Ladder if you want, but go to that Coach Pupil League Discord and find players your own level to play against. There's a lot of them in there, even if you're completely terrible and brand new. Okay, anyways, let's talk about this crazy position. So it's a Nexus first cross spawn scout, and Ample actually goes ahead and does a box scout here because he's going gasless expansion. Very fast gasless expansion with his stolen gas, but he takes this gas to make up for it. The thing is, once you go ahead and scout that your opponent is top right and doing this particular build, you know that Dragoon pressure won't come that quickly. So just a regular bunker is going to defend everything. It's not going to be scary at all for him. In fact, Bisu, I don't think will even rush range. I think what we'll see from him is Robo right when this finishes. Because, yeah, there's no real way to put on pressure. But I do like that he stole the gas still. That can screw up your brain. And Ample is long-distance mining with just 3 SCVs. So that's going to take a while to get enough gas for a factory. I guess it's timed out a little bit better than I thought right there. So, yeah, he will continue there. And he's got 4 Marines already, so perfectly safe. Overall, when you look at these two build orders and how they measure up against each other, I give Bisu just the tiniest lead. Tiniest. Like, you just, as a Terran player, you do not mind these positions. Yeah. But yeah, as Bisu, the thing is, I guess the reason I say that is you are going to have just a slight probe advantage, a slight tech advantage as well. That's just the nature of Nexus First, especially when you cross-spawn scout your opponent and stay on one gate. You're just able to really rail out your probes and get your tech right away without overproducing things like Zealots. But he did actually end up making 2 Zealots, so... All right, so 5 Marines. The 2 Zealots actually will do reasonably well against this. Pulls the SCVs to block. Okay, that was actually... It was a pretty good block. Like, he microed correctly here. I really think you should just make a bunker. He might make a Vulture right out of this immediately. That might be the play that he's looking for, but a Dragoon is coming. If you're going to bring the Dragoon down for pressure, you should not attack with these again until it's there. Because if they take any more damage, Ample's just going to crush everything. And you can see he's trying to put the damage on. He knows a Dragoon's on the way now. Well, I mean, you would know anyways, but the way they ran back is like, yeah, they're waiting for another unit. So he's making another Marine. Yeah, this looks okay for Bisu here. And it was an add-on, not a Vulture being made, by the way. SCV's being pulled up. Good enough SCV blocking that he is going to be able to push him back. Wow. I am impressed with just how aggressive Ample's getting with these Marines. But I'm still looking at this and making this position even. There's been so many scuffles for it to be even here is kind of impressive and surprising. But yeah, it really does feel that way to me, that this is an even position. Oh, dude. This is why I love Ample. Who goes 3 factory here? Not many people. That's a fact. In fact, one of the only 3 factors in the world is this guy. It's like you see 4GG sometimes go 3 fact builds. You see Ample sometimes. I remember someone else went 3 fact semi recently, and I actually brought up both 4GG and Ample as the only other guys I've really seen do that. Maybe that'll come back to me in a minute. Maybe you guys can leave the comment if you recall that call out. Very cool to see, though. And a Reaver's coming across the map. So, like, I think Bisu actually has the right tools, but it is going to be tricky because Ample is very good at these types of plays. He's going to get Vulture speed, and just everything being spread out, like, is going to be what Ample needs to utilize. Don't lose that. Good micro. Really good micro. Really good micro. He wants that so bad. Bisu wants that tank. You can taste it, how bad he wants that tank. Look, he's going to land it here and try to get it. No? Okay. Well, oh, okay. The speed was just about to finish. So he's like, yeah, I can get ahead of the tank and actually get some SCVs. Yeah, good play. Damn. All right. Really good awareness of his upgrade finishing there. Throws a couple mines down. He does have a missile turret here ready, so that's kind of nice. Notice the absolute lack of armory. Oh. Okay, that's saved. That's saved. That could have been terrible for him. I think Bisu's Reaver in here is done for now. He should just pull it out. Dude, I actually love what we're seeing in this game. Bisu, by the way, is getting such a worker lead. It's kind of crazy. Wow, gets that hit. 38 to 50 is no good for Ample. So he definitely did take some damage and lost some production time. See if he can get anything done with these speed vultures. It doesn't look like it. Look at Bisu pull back and re-wall. Oh! If one of those mines had got off, maybe. Dude, Ample tried so hard to get in there, but Bisu blocks it completely. So anyways, I need to go back and talk about this for a moment. The fact that he went into 3 factory is already pretty cool. 3 factory, generally what it is like very Seachank light. And you're trying to get everything spread out so your vultures can do damage. But Bisu with the counter push with the Reaver immediately after hitting a good scarab on the tank made sense and worked out really well. And now he's been producing tanks for a while. And so it's suddenly very tank heavy. And this is actually reminding me of a game I saw from Sharp like years and years ago that I still think about to this day. A very weird 3 factory game from him. 3 factory games just stick in my mind because they don't play well into macro generally. Like, look at how late the armory is, and he's starting another command center. Oh my god, it's such a cool game. It's such a cool and different game. Yeah, 3 factories, it's just like a rare thing. Like, you see it in Terran vs. Terran, of course, but you just rarely see it against Protoss, because if Protoss stops it, it's like, okay, well, you haven't built these other fundamental branches that you can go into. Okay, the speed shuttle's coming out. He's dropping some zealots on top of everything. The Reaver's coming out and getting a very decent scarabs over to the side. Another very decent scarab. Ah! Wow, he actually keeps them both alive. Holy crap, he stomped that. He stomped that. All right, the speed shuttle going across. Yeah, it looks like he wanted to catch this Reaver, and he does, or that Seachank, and he does. Doesn't look very good for Ample here. I don't know that he saves this. Drop these out here and target that. I think that they might be in one hit range. I think that might be the issue. Yeah, he's waiting for these to get up. Oh, that is so smart. As this tank shoots, he drops it out of range of the unsieged tank to get the extra scarab hit. Dude, Bisu's playing like a god. Seriously, look at this. He's setting up a 4th Nexus during this time. He's getting his Zealot legs upgrade. Forces this back. At least Ample saved the command center. That's really important. Look at this. It's got everything going on. Dude, seriously, Bisu is looking so good lately. Okay, where are we at now? Bisu's side looks fantastic. It's getting Storm, Legs, +1. Reaver's still being made. Gateway count, very reasonable at 8. That 4th Nexus is going to be mining shortly. Not much on his side of the map. Okay, now let's look at Ample. Okay, so Ample's on 6 factory. Okay, playable still. So his +1 attack is... That's a very late +1. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. Okay, picks off that Reaver. That's nice. He's floating his 3rd out. It's not a great position for Ample, but still playable. He's got a very healthy SCV count still. He's got a few vultures on the map. His factory count's okay. His 3rd base, okay, he's going to be mining by 12 minutes. That's kind of our final benchmark in a normal game where you still have potential to win as Terran. If it gets any later than that, it's just like, no, Protoss is running away with it. But this is... I know it has to be annoying for people how much I point out that if Terran goes 3rd base and Protoss goes 5th base, it makes the Terran either attack or expand. You can't sit on 3 base against 5. That's one of the most common loss positions for Terran in this matchup. It's like incredibly common. You just can't sit there. So what do you do here? You're only on 6 factory. I think you have to take a 4th base as Ample. And if you take the 4th base, like Bisu already is macroing like really cleanly. It's just kind of a hard spot. It's kind of a hard spot. This is like perfect from Bisu. I love it. I love seeing this. Some vultures going to rotate around. We'll see. Maybe they can slow it down, lay a few mines, kill off some of these cannons before they start. No, or before they finish rather. But no, they're finishing up. All right, he's gonna like maybe block. Yeah, block this probe from coming in. I don't think Bisu was about to make a 6th anyways. Here you just want to add some gateways, add tech if you're going to, and macro up. Okay, so 3rd add-on, I like it. Science facility, I like it. And he had lost his barracks, which I hadn't recognized. So to get more factories, he needs to make that. So this means 4th, yeah. Every single thing I just said there meant that 4th base had to be made. So there's his 4th base starting as the 5th gets started mining. So Bisu maintains a bit of an advantage, but again, playable for Ample. He's at 141. He's actually got a pretty good setup. Let's see what he can do against these incoming shuttles. This bust from Bisu has potential to end this game. All right, get some storms down. Pretty valuable storms overall. Getting on top of these siege tanks. That's the important part. Yeah, the Zealots are starting to eliminate these front siege tanks. Only a few left over. A couple more coming up. He's got a good amount of vultures, though. If he can lay some of these mines, prevent these storms from coming in, maybe there's a chance to hold this still. All right, I like those storms on the mines. Really, really well done. Going to pick off some more siege tanks here. It does look like Ample will just barely hold. Yeah, no more storms there, which is really important. Even one storm here could be game-shattering for Ample. So Ample just holds. Just holds. Now, this is a position where you need multiple more factories coming up. It's really good that he has 3 add-ons because he needs mass siege tanks, and he just needs to turtle like crazy. He's not going to be able to move on the map until like 180 supply at minimum. 180, he can start thinking about pushing to here. I mean, there could be another situation where Bisu like wastes an army and 180 can mean a real attack, but there's no way to attack before 180 supply. There's no way to do anything. Like, you just must turtle like crazy. Okay, Bisu is setting up another main base. Love to see it. Yeah, not setting up down here makes perfect sense as well. You don't want Ample to be able to maybe just split map, because if he split maps, you can go into carrier. But if your base is down here, like your 6th base is down here and your 7th is here or something, any split maps, it's like you're losing bases at the same time, so going carrier isn't an option. And I don't even think this game will go to carrier. I think we're in the type of position where there's so much action that can happen. There's no way to go carrier. Okay, coming in with these zealots. Very good wall from Ample. Really slowing this push and coming in. The turtling is really strong. Ooh, that was a good storm. Brings his vultures down. The zealot's getting shredded pretty well. More storm's going to come down, though. Ooh, this storm might be really juicy. Oh, it was, but not where I thought it would be. Gets a lot of damage down on those tanks and vultures. Another storm going down on those tanks. Continues to pile in the damage. The SCV count has been reduced pretty significantly down to 50. In the meantime, Bisu has his 6th base up and mining. This is getting kind of close to a finish. There's just not really that many units left. Yeah. I think we're getting into the territory of no way to come back. Wow, even adds in the shuttle to bomb on top of those back siege tanks. Beautifully done by Bisu. Dude. Bisu looks like the best Protoss in the world right now. I love Snow, I love Best. Bisu looks like just so good at the moment. Just all these plays are just so correct. They're so correct. He's got a sharpness to him that he hasn't had in a while. Like, he is jumping on people when they're making mistakes. Looks fantastic. Of course, we saw him push Soma to his limits in Season 20 of ASL. And here he is, like, every PVT that we're seeing from him just looks top tier. Fantastic play, just rallying everything in. He's making another Nexus behind this. There's just not much catch-up potential here from Ample. He's got a good factory count and everything. I think he actually made a lot of intelligent and correct moves. I do really like the attempt at the 3 factory. It's not common. You can see part of the reason for that. It was hard for him to pull that off. But a lot of that was Bisu with his counterplay with that Speed Shuttle Reaver. The Reaver slowed down the initial push, dealt some damage to the tanks. There wasn't that much muscle. And then just flew past as Speed was finishing to deal some damage and keep Ample back in his base, which allowed Bisu to kind of grow enough so that the 3 factory wasn't going to be able to split his units up. You need to hit with the 3 factory really quick before goons are holding all the positions well, so that you can actually break through and maybe get probes. That's kind of the danger of the 3 factory, and Bisu dealt with it brilliantly. He truly did. Now Bisu here maxing out super, super fast. Ample trying to bring some siege tanks back up into position. He's got good upgrades. It's not going to be enough. Bisu's just going to clobber through. Clobber, probably the perfect word here. The tanks are definitely dealing a lot of damage to these goons. There's like a lot of goons that are on the edge of dying. GG is called. I don't feel like it was a bad game from Ample. I really don't. Excellent game from Bisu, though. Superb game from Bisu. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching ArtosisCasts Bisu, the new name of the channel. We'll see you next time.